E-class of St. Joseph's Academy, class 3rd, subject Social Studies, and the topic we are going to study today is Chapter 4, Gender Sensitivity. I am Anukriti Gupta, your Social Studies teacher, will be guiding you for today's topic. Students, we are all aware of our genders. So genders are described and they are generally expressed through people's language and etiquette. So in this regard, we can opt out more inclusive language and use words that are all gender neutral. So in this chapter, we are going to study what is gender sensitivity and how genders are changing with the change of time. Let us begin with our today's topic now. Introduction. So, introduction of this topic will be from a question which we have in our mind, that what is gender sensitivity? So, anyone is having any answer for gender sensitivity, or any one word gender or sensitivity separately? Yes, you know about gender, male and female. That is correct. To a limit, it is correct. Now, what is sensitivity? Okay, good students. You should always try to give your best answers. Now, let us discuss. Gender sensitivity is a contemporary topic. What do we mean by contemporary topic? Means it is a inclusive topic, right? It is the concept of being sensitive to the ways people think about gender. So we should be sensitive about what people think about gender. People think that only males can drive cars, or only males can ride bicycles. Then that is wrong. We should always be equal. How? We should be sensitive to the other genders also. How would your sister or your friend feel if we ask them not to touch our bicycles or cars? They will definitely feel bad. So we should be sensitive towards others genders also, like the female gender. It ensures that people depend less on assumptions pertaining to traditional and outdated views on the role of women and men. So what is assumptions? Basically, what do you mean by assumption? Assumptions are a thing that is accepted as true without proof. We don't need any proof for assumptions, right? So basically, what do we mean by gender? What do we mean by gender? Yes, very good. So gender is masculine and feminine, right? So it is the difference between femininity and masculinity, which may include biological changes based on social structures. How social structures? On the way we look, the difference will be biological, and femininity will be more towards a female, and it will be towards long hairs and dressing up nicely with all the ornaments and everything. And masculinity will be with beard and mustache, having short hairs, not wearing any type of traditional sari or anything. They will be wearing pants, shorts, right? So that is means appearance, the difference in the appearance only. So gender generally, gender sensitivity is expressed through people's language and etiquette. So how we speak, you see, boys are usually speaking a little louder while girls are speaking a little softer. and a little politely they are talking, but boys, they are sometimes rude. So we can judge by their language also and their etiquette also. Girls are basically treated as the emotional ones, while the boys are being treated as the more practical ones, right? So we need to see how people express their language and etiquette, and we can see the gender sensitivity in their behavior also. Okay, in their behavior we can see the gender sensitivity also. Now, what is the importance? We need to focus on the importance. Students, we need to focus on the importance also. What is its importance? Why do we need to study this? What is our benefit? Benefit is our society, students. We are living in a society, and we are the future of our nation, of our society. So if we think properly, if we think everything positively, then only we can make our society a happier society and a general equal society. So we need to focus on importance also, right? So, the main purpose of the concept of gender sensitivity is to make the students understand that gender is not a barrier for any activity or occupation. Like, if you are a boy, there is no such barrier that you have to drive car only. You can drive, or you can do whatever you want. It is not a gender barrier thing. If you are a boy and you want to cry, you can cry, you can show your emotional sides also, because it is not a gender barrier. If you are a girl and you want to ride bicycle or motorcycle, you can do it, right? Because it is not a gender barrier. I am repeating it again and again because it should stay in your mind forever that gender is not a barrier. You can do whatever you feel like, whenever you feel like. Be in your limits and do everything whatever you feel like with your parents' permission only. For any activity, for any occupation, if you want to be a teacher, go ahead. If you want to be an engineer, please go ahead. There is no restriction for any gender that an engineer should be a boy and a teacher should be a girl. No such barrier. You see, many of your teachers are males, and many of the engineers in our nation, in our today's world, is a female. So it is not a gender barrier thing. Next up, we have gender equality benefits both women and men. It is beneficial for both, for you also, for as a boy, and for us also as a girl, as it provides them wider options. We have wider options, like we can do anything, you can do anything, and I can, as a teacher, I can drive, I can teach you, I can scold you, and we have every benefit for every gender. No such thing that if I am a girl and if I am doing this thing, then it should be only for me. No, if you are a boy and you want to do this thing, then you will be given the equal opportunity, right? It is gender sensitivity that they, women, have made themselves absolute necessary in every walk of life. Like earlier, what used to happen, boys used to go to office and school and earn money, and they used to study, and girls used to stay at home, and they were not allowed to go to school, they were not allowed to do some work outside home, they were not allowed to earn money. But what now? Women are proving themselves correct and high. They are now studying, and they come first, right? They are better than boys or men. So they are improving in their field, and they are showing their skills. They are earning also. So they have made absolutely necessary mark in their everyday life. And you see many of prime ministers or cricketers or astronauts or anything, players, cricket players, sports persons are now females. So females are excelling in the field. Our constitution clearly says that the citizen, men and women, equally have the right to an adequate means of livelihood. Like what our constitution says, if you are a man or a woman, doesn't matter. If you want to do adequate things for your livelihood, you can do. No such thing that you cannot play cricket. If you are a girl, you cannot play cricket. It is absolutely wrong. You can play football, you can play cricket if you're a girl. If you are a boy and you want to stay at home and cook, if you are interested in cooking, or you want to become an artist, you can go ahead. It's your livelihood. You can do anything you want. Second thing, what our constitution says is there is equal pay for work for both men and women. So men and women can earn equally. They can earn, whether it is the job of a man or woman. If a woman is doing a man's job, she should be paid equal whatever the man is being paid. So the pay should be equal for both men and women. Students, now let's see some examples that clearly show that women excelled exceptionally well and have blasted the myth of gender discrimination. Now, what is gender discrimination? Gender discrimination used to happen in earlier days. As I told you, girls were not allowed to study. They used to cook and wash clothes and wash utensils only, right? So now girls are also studying. So gender discrimination is vanishing. Now, what do we mean by the word myth? You can see in the blue color, myth. Myth, a widely held but false belief or idea. It is not a true thing. It is not the correct thing, but people believe it. I don't know why, because it's a myth. Everyone believes it. So, your parents, my parents, everyone believes it. But it's a myth. We need to break it. We need to show that it is false. Don't follow this. It is wrong. Don't follow this. This is right. Please follow this. Right? So, it is our duty now. Let us move on to the first example. So, students, our first example is Indira Gandhi. In the brackets, I have written 1917 to 1984. She was born in 1917 and she died in 1984. Okay, so let us now study about Indira Gandhi. Who was she? She is a great personality, a great human being, and most importantly, she is a female. Indira Gandhi was the third Prime Minister of India. See, she broke the myth, she broke the taboo that we cannot study. She studied hard, she worked hard, and she became the third Prime Minister of India. She had been Prime Minister in two phases. First phase was from 1966 to 1977. She was the Prime Minister. Then she took a break, or she was not into the powers. In second phase, she was into the powers from 1980 to 1984. She was awarded the highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, in 1971. In 1971, she was awarded Bharat Ratna. Bharat Ratna is the highest civilian award. If we are called as civilian are the people who live in that country normally. So it is the highest civilian award. If we are not a freedom fighter, if we are not anything serving the nation, or any government employee, or in any army or anything, We are normal person doing our job, so we are known as civilians. And she took the highest civilian award for herself in 1971. She is the only woman Prime Minister of India to date. Till today, she is the only woman Prime Minister of India. In India, she was the only Prime Minister, woman. Many males came, many great personalities were there, but in women, she was the only one. Are you curious to see her? Let's see how she looks. This is the picture of Indira Gandhi, a great personality with great ideas and visions. Let us now move to the second personality. So, our second personality is Kalpana Chawla. Now, who is she? What did she do? Let me tell you. First of all, she was born in 1962 and she died in 2003. Yes, recently 2003. It is not most recent, but she died at quite early age, right? Now, let us study about Kalpana Chawla. Kalpana Chawla was an Indian American astronaut. She was an Indian, but she used to live in America. She used to study in America, so she was living in America. So she was known as Indian American because she was an Indian, and also now an American because she was studying there, she was working there. Her first space mission started on 19th November 1997. On 19 November 1997, her first mission was started. She was the first Indian born woman and the second person to fly in space. First Indian born woman, the first person in woman to fly into space. Imagine going into space. We cannot go easily, but she was the first Indian woman. And the second person to fly in space. She was the second person to fly in space, right? In 2003, she died in the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster. When she was returning back to Earth, her shuttles in which she was coming back, it collapsed and it broke. So she died in that accident, right? She has been awarded the following awards. After her death, she has won several awards. See, after death also she is winning awards. How high level and how crazy woman she is, right? So she was crazy about studies. She used to study every day, every night, and she used to work very hard. So after that, the awards were the the Congressional Space Medal of Honor. Second, the NASA Space Flight Medal. Third, the NASA Distinguished Service Medal. Are you excited to see her? Yes, let us see her in her uniform. She is Kalpana Chawla and she is in her uniform. She used to study at NASA and she went into space with the help of NASA. So this is her uniform. Let us now move on to the third personality. Mithali Raj. She is born in 1982. Now, you might have focused on my words that I just said she is born, like She is our day-to-day hero. We can see, we can see her matches also. Who is Mithali? Mithali Raj is the captain of Indian women's cricket team. You all are aware of cricket team, right? Many of your favorite game must be cricket. So in women's cricket team, she is the captain. How many of you know this? Yes, not many because you all are crazy about men's cricket team. So you must watch women's cricket team as well. They are playing absolutely fantastic. You must be knowing the name of players in men's cricket team like Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, Harbhajan Singh, and so on. But in women's cricket team, how many of you know the name of the players? No one. So start researching about, means collect the information about these personalities. Okay. Okay. So she is the captain of women's Indian cricket team. She is the second to surpass 5,500 runs in the ODIs, women ODIs in the matches. She is the second person. She has been awarded the following awards. She also has been awarded the awards Arjuna Award in 2003 and Padma Shri Award in 2015. They are both the awards given presented by President of India. Such an honorable awards. Are you excited to see her? So you can Google her images also and you can watch her matches on YouTube also. Here is her image. She is Mithali Raj. Okay? Okay. Moving on to the next part. In the next part, we are having your home assignment. Your home assignment is you have to read this chapter and collect information all the personalities we have discussed in the chapter. For today, we have discussed only three personalities. Let me remind you, first is Indira Gandhi, second is Kalpana Chawla, and third is Mithali Raj. So these three personalities, and you can collect the information of these personalities, right? And you have to read the chapter. Thank you, students, for listening to me very carefully. Have a nice day.